Good evening, Bimblers, and you join me here at Colwyn Bay Station for a very special Bimble. It's something I'm going to call a Friday night camp, and tonight we're camping on the Little Orme. So let's stop messing about and let's Bimble. Let's Bimble.
Easiest to make. Aim for the stars, it's yours, just wait. You do your best along the way. But it's those arms that told me I don't care if it's yours or mine. Without you, it's just a waste of time. You showed me from the start. Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round. Big aspirations need a heart to hold you down. Though some get lost along the way, as sure as night designed the day, as long as I'm allowed to say, it's my heart that told me I don't care, you just disagree. Without you it wasn't meant to be. You showed me from the start. Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round. It could be ours. Big aspirations need a heart to hold you. I don't care, you can say what you like. I'm a peace-loving person, but I know I'm right. It's as easy as right from wrong. I'm a lover, not a fighter, so I wrote this song. You showed me from the start. Such inspirations need a heart to bring you round. It could be ours. Big aspirations need a heart to hold you down. From the start, such inspirations need a heart to
Well, Bimblers, quick stop off at the co-op to get the essentials, and it's also where we're going to park up British Eagle for the night, so I hope he's alright. After that, we're up the Little Orme. Let's get our provisions.
To ever try it again, and anyway, so I never will smoke again. But yeah, it's a disgusting habit and expensive. Oh yeah. Come on, sausage. Come on. Quick.
So we're sort of halfway up the Little Orme right now, on a very leisurely path. More about that in a minute. We've visited here before. We came here just before Christmas in 2021, and we visited the grey seal pups. If you've watched that Bimble, the land of no Bimble. That's because the grey seals have the young at around Christmas and they lounge about on the beach here near the Little Orme on something called Angel Bay. But even if you come here near to summer, you're likely to see a seal bobbing about in the sea. Throughout history, the Little Orme has just been a big hill. But it was in the Victorian era when they started quarrying for limestone here. And not only can you use limestone to build buildings, which they do round here, you can also use limestone in lots of chemical processes. And one process they use it for is extracting copper from copper ore, which they will have done in Warrington at Banquet. But I don't think the limestone would have come from here. At least not at first anyway. The path that we're actually walking down right now used to be a tramway to bring the limestone down from the top of the Little Orme into the town, into Colwyn Bay, and no doubt onto the railways. And it's a very lovely leisurely path. Much more leisurely than the big steep path we're about to tackle in a minute. I may well get red in the face.
With a healthy amount just to loosen the lips, for a trembled account where all characters fit to marry me. With the drinks blotted line and a mindset erased, with the absence of mind that emotion replaced with just marry me. Oh, just marry me. With the branded belief and the faith I renounce, would it please deities if the words from my mouth would just marry me? If I focus my eyes and I focus the words, like I'm knocking them back just to build up my nerve in to marry me. Oh, just marry me.
We're having a little bit of a pit stop. There's a lovely flat area that's a remnant from when they used to quarry here. And there's lots of evidence that limestone was big business here in North Wales. And in actual fact, it still is. If we'd have come out of Colwyn Bay Station, got to the seafront and turned right, we'd have gone past something called Rains Quarry. It was originally called the Cleese Fyan Lime Works. But a James Trevelyan Rains from Rockferry on the Wirral bought it in the 1870s. If you remember all those years back, when I did my Wirral Bimble, we visited a stone jetty that was Grade 2 listed. Well, that was built by James Trevelyan Rains. And when he took over the limestone quarry here in North Wales, he made it a much larger affair. And he built massive, great big lime kilns and exported lime to all the chemical works on the River Mersey. If you like a big long bimble like me, you can cycle from here all the way to Prestatyn, along National Cycle Route number 5. And when you get to Rains Quarry, you actually pass over the conveyor belt that brings all the lime shingle and dumps it onto the ships at the end of the jetty. And if you're a very lucky bimbler, you might even see a ship on the end of the jetty getting filled up with limestone. I've only seen it happen once, and I've been down National Cycle Route number 5 100 times. It's a lot easier than what we're about to tackle now, our last section of the Little Orme. Let's leg bimble.
If I focus my eyes and I focus the words, like I'm knocking them back just to build up my nerve in to marry me. Oh, just marry me. With a branded belief and the faith I renounce. Would he please, deities, if the words from my mouth would just marry me? If I only let slip of the drink that I've had, if I loosen my grip and my tongue was to wag, just marry me. In a drunk glass remorse like a towering waste, where my only recourse is your hand and my faith, oh just marry me. Oh, just marry me. Just marry me.
Well, Bimblers, we reached the summit. Stunning vistas. But this isn't where we're going to camp. We're going to go down a little tiny bit to a little cubby hole that I like to camp in. So let's set up camp. Right, tea time. It's advisable, if you're having a naughty little camp like I am, not to set up your tent first. That way, if anyone moves you on, you haven't got to pack it up and move it somewhere else. So it's best to wait until after the sun goes down to put your tent up. That way, anyone walking the dogs has finished walking the dogs, and any net curtain Nellies are tucked up inside watching Gogglebox. As long as you take all your rubbish home with you and you leave no trace apart from a bit of flattened grass, nobody's any the wiser and you've not done any harm. So no letters of complaints because I'm wild camping. When I cook on my camps, I like to use my little Trangia stove. It runs on this blue stuff called methylated spirits and it's very lightweight, which is why I've chose most of the equipment that I use to camp when I'm out on my bike. A couple of odd things that I've got for when I go camping. I made myself a little Trangia stand by drilling a big hole in an old mess tin. That way my Trangia doesn't fall over if the ground isn't completely level. And if you're going to cook, you've got to have something to cook in. So I've got my zebra billy can with me. And tonight on the menu is something I call a tin pot tea. It means we use a tin of something and we add things to pimp it out. So we're making my atomic chili tonight. That comprises of this, a tin of chilli, a bag of Ben's original rice. On top of those two ingredients, I have some special secret ingredients. In my little Tupperware box, I've got some jalapeno peppers, because I like my chili spicy. I've also got one of these little black pepper grinders that you get from the co-op. They're ideal for camping, because they come in their own pepper grinder. Super secret ingredient number one is this. Henderson's relish. It's what they have in Yorkshire. It's like Worcester sauce, only nice. It's suitable for vegetarians and vegans. There's nothing but chemicals in this. Fine Yorkshire chemicals. It used to be that you had to order it direct from the factory or go to a Waitrose, but now they sell it in Heron Foods, B&M Bargains and Home Bargains because they're all the same company. But anyway, it's £1.50 a bottle and it's the super secret ingredient number 1. Super secret ingredient number 2 in a chilli is this, dark chocolate. You've only got to think where chocolate comes from. Cocoa comes from South America. And where does chili come from? Northern Mexico. They've been putting cocoa in their chili for thousands of years. 3 cubes of this in your chili, going to set it off just perfect. So all you've got to do is add a little water to the pot, about 2 tablespoons, I call that 1 slosh. In it goes. You wait for that to boil and start bubbling, and then you add your rice. I've chosen Ben's Original Golden Rice because there's a little bit of vegetables in it, so it can only be better. Hey, I can use my new pot grips. Look at them. Once you've stirred it all up and the water's all disappeared, then you're going to add in the world's cheapest can of chilli from the co-op, 90p. And you're going to mix all that together, the rice and the chilli all together. And then you're going to start adding your special ingredients. Black pepper, your jalapenos, if you like it spicy. If you're not a spice fan, no jalapenos, that's fine. These tins of chilli are very mild if you don't put anything in them. And then my secret ingredients, a big glug of Henderson's relish and 3 cubes of dark chocolate. Voila, a pimped out can of chilli. A tin pot tea, you might say. And what does a bimbler eat out of? A telescopic silicone bowl. But not for humans, for dogs. A human one is about £10. But if you get one with a chihuahua on it from Tesco's, £1. Bon appetit. Another triumph. The dark chocolate really makes a difference. Don't be afraid to try it. I've also got a nice bit of crusty bread to dip in my chilli. It's delicious. Perfect.
While committed like the tides in and left before your eyes, I couldn't count the hours you keep. Hours into days, all the points had passed away until it's only once a week. You know I could have done more. You know I could have tried hard. I know I could have been here. I know I could have broke hearts. Make the plans I wish to keep in the hours before you sleep. If I'd have said goodnight once more, wishing for the time if I'd have kept one open eye onto the glowing bedroom floor. You know I could have done more. You know I could have tried hard. I know I could have been here. know I could have broke hearts. I know I could have done more to change your mind. Could have done more to change your mind.
Good morning, Bimblers. Well, the weather isn't quite so nice this morning, but the tent performed perfectly. £45 well spent. I need to sort out my pillow situation, but there's only one thing left to do now, and that's pack everything up and make sure no one knows we've been here. Let's get packed up, shall we? Well, Bimblers, that's us all packed up. Nothing but a bit of flat grass to prove that we were here. I've got my bag of rubbish. I'm taking that with me to put in the bin outside the co-op. Let's get to British Eagle. I'm sure he's worried about us. Let's leg Bimble.